email marketing help with that? So that's the topic we're going to be discussing today, sales funnel and email marketing. And I'm going to go a bit in depth to explain what sales funnels are and how email marketing can help with that. All right, so let's jump right in. For those of you that are now stumbling across this page, you're wondering who I am. I am Rachael Hunt. I am a virtual assistant, which means that I work from home helping business owners with various tasks. And I'm also a virtual assistant consultant where I help persons set up their own virtual assistant business so that they can work from home as well. So today we're going to talk about firstly sales funnel, and then I'm going to talk a bit about email marketing and how that ties in. If you're unfamiliar with these terms, don't worry, I'm going to break them down for you. Good. So I will use an example that will help you all to understand a bit better. So imagine someone is selling shoes, right? They have an online business or they have a physical store and they are selling shoes. So in order to create a sales funnel, the first thing that they would need to do is figure out who the audience is. Who am I selling these shoes to? So let's assume that the person is selling shoes to women, right? Women between the ages of 20 to let's say 50, who work in corporate, and they are looking for two things. They are looking for style and they are looking for comfort. So as the business owner, as the person who is doing the sales of these shoes, you have determined that that is your target audience, all right? And now you are going to create a sales funnel to have those people purchase your shoes. So there are many ways that you can start a sales funnel, and I'm just going to give you like some people like, okay, how you're starting a sales funnel if you don't know what it is. So if you are familiar with kitchen utensils or if you're familiar with chemistry, a funnel is something that is like this, right? And and stuff will go into the funnel and it will come out the smaller part, right? So the top part of your sales funnel is where you would have generally all the women between the ages of 20 to 50 would come into that funnel, right? You just, let's say you create a survey asking people to fill out the survey and say, if you fill out the survey, you have a chance to win a pair of shoes, right? You have a pair of stylish, comfortable shoes that you can win. And so you just bring persons into those sales funnel. Of course, you do start with targeting, but it's generally people between the ages of 20 to 50, women between the ages of 20 to 50 who may be interested in style and comfort for working in the corporate environment. So you do the survey, you send out that information, let's say it's on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or wherever you gather your people from, and they fill out the form with their name, phone number, email address. Sometimes it might just be name and email address, right? So now you have persons at the top of your sales funnel, and at the top of your sales funnel, it is the largest part of the funnel. As I said, the funnel is usually like this. So you have the largest part, and then it comes down, taper down to a small amount. Once the people are in the sales funnel, you have your grand prize winner and you send out the shoes. That is done. What are you going to do with these other people now? You want them to buy shoes from you, right? So let's say it's a week or two after this survey is completed and the person has received their prize. You send out an email now using email marketing, which is what we are tying in. You send out an email to these persons. Let's assume you had 100 people respond to your survey. So you send out the email to the 100 people saying, we have 50% discount on these red heels. Good? And some of the people who would have filled out the form would be like, you know what? I wasn't really interested in purchasing anything from you in the first place. I was just trying to win this prize. I don't even really like your shoes that much. I just wanted to win a prize. So they unsubscribe, and they leave the funnel essentially. So then from the larger part of the funnel, it gets smaller group of people. Now some people, they will go ahead and buy, and some people will just remain in the funnel and not purchase anything, but they are still consuming your content, they are still interacting with your page, and they are still receiving the emails from the email marketing. a week or two after, you send another email, or some sort of communication to the person saying, we have BOGO, buy one get one free, buy one get one half off, whatever the case may be. And then you have some people who are like, you know what, I don't think these shoes might be the most comfortable for me, or I don't like the shape of the shoes, or whatever. And some of those people would leave. So then you move from the broader part of the funnel coming down, and then you're coming down. And then you have another set of emails being sent out. Maybe you have a big sale, 80% off, whatever the case may be. And you have a group of people again who would leave the funnel, and a group of people who would eventually buy. Okay? Now, this example can work for products, as I would have just explained. It can work for services as well. So let's say you offer coaching, you offer health coaching, then you can target people between the ages of 20 to 40 who may want to lose some weight, and you just do, let's say you do up a 10 ways to lose weight free ebook. The person fills out their name and email address, phone number, whatever data you want to collect from the persons. They get the free ebook, and then you bring them into, again, your sales funnel. And over time, you feed information into the email marketing program, and you have some people who would like your style, they like the way you talk, they like the tips, and then you have some people, for whatever reason or the other, they will fall out of the funnel, and then you have persons who will become clients and people who won't. This can also work for business owners who go to corporate. So let's say you want to do corporate training. You have a group of businesses that you want to go and do training for, a group of organizations. And again, you collect their information, name, email address, phone number, and it's the same thing. It's essentially the same thing that you would be doing, whether it's a product to individuals, a product to organizations, a service to individuals, or a service to organizations. Now, why did I say that this is important for business owners, virtual assistants, and potential virtual assistants to know? Of course, it's self-explanatory why business owners should know this, because you want to run your business as effectively as possible. For virtual assistants, it's important for virtual assistants to know this, because as a virtual assistant, you can be a part of this process as the person fully in control of creating the lead magnet, creating the sales funnel, following up with the clients via call, or keeping inventory. The virtual assistant can essentially run the back end of this process, or the virtual assistant can be a part of the process in terms of maybe customer service calls, or writing up the emails, or some part of the process. So if you're a business owner and you're looking at this and you're like, this is all well and good, but I don't have time to write up emails, and to call persons, and to send WhatsApp messages, and to do all of the things that are necessary within the sales funnel to take people through, then you can hire a virtual assistant to do the entire to create that entire sales funnel, or a part of it. And why I say a part of it, there are times, according to the product or service that you as the business owner are offering, there are some things that you may want to handle on your own, or you may want to be more involved in. All right, it may be a specialty service that you're offering. It may be something where you need to be interacting with the client, well, the potential client, one-on-one, whether it's call or video or whatever the case may be, before they actually become a paying client. It depends on the product or service and where you are in your business in terms of business growth, right? That's a whole other video that I will do at some point in time, in terms of how much a business owner should give over to their virtual assistant, right? And the timing of that, and why that's important for somebody who's just come into business, and somebody who's been, as opposed to somebody who's been in business for a long time. But we'll come back to that. So back to the sales funnel now. There are two things that I want to mention regarding sales funnel that I think are very important. So one would be duration or time, and the other would be retention. So let me deal with retention first. In terms of retention, so you have 100 persons entering into your sales funnel, 100 persons who would have filled out a survey, filled out a form, requested a free ebook, and you have their information, you have their email address, um, and or phone number along with their name, right? So now you have what you call a lead, LEAD, right? So that is called lead generation. You've generated leads or prospects, prospective persons. You've brought them into your sales funnel where you now have their contact information. So now that you have that person, you want to look at your retention rates. So if you bring in 100 people and at the end of the sales funnel you have one person purchasing, that's a 1% retention rate, and that is pretty low. It means that either you are, well, some of the reasons why, but two of the reasons I'll say it's that you are either targeting the wrong people to begin with. Your target audience needs to be, looked at. That's one. Or two, somewhere along your sales funnel, you are not really reaching the persons. Maybe your sales funnel is too aggressive. Maybe it's not aggressive enough. Maybe you have the wrong wording for the customers, things along those lines. So you either look at your target audience, it's either the product or service that you're offering is not meeting the needs of that particular audience that you are targeting, or your sales funnel needs some work. And that's something that business owners will be continually tweaking as you go along. The second aspect of your sales funnel that you need to look at is duration. How long does it take for a lead or a potential client to become a paying customer or a paying client? And that's important on two ends of the spectrum. On one end of the spectrum, if your sales funnel is very long, naturally very long, then you are going to have to budget, right? You're going to have to figure out how to get enough clients into your sales funnel that you're not waiting 6 months or a year for a new client because you need money, right? So if your sales funnel is usually very long, then it may mean that you have to beef up your lead generation. You have to beef up how many people come into your funnel, right? And you're going to have to be continually bringing people into your funnel so that when one person is at the beginning of the funnel, you already have some people at the end of the funnel. And of course, you may also have to look at your pricing and your budget and things along those lines, right? On the other end, if your sales funnel is too robust and you have a high percentage of persons converting, then if you have a product, you have to look at your inventory more closely, because if, let's, for the example with the shoes, if you have 100% retention and everybody wants to buy shoes and you only have 30 pairs of shoes and you have 100 people wanting to buy shoes, then you have 70 disappointed people, and we don't want that, right? And so even with a service, if it's just you as a business owner, you and a small team, and your sales funnel is running so efficiently that you have to turn multiple people away, then you have a lot of disappointed people. And so you have to be able to see how well your sales funnel is running, even for the better sales funnels, the ones that are running smoothly, to ensure that you have enough product or enough time, if you're providing a service, enough manpower in order to supply the needs of the persons that are coming in, because you want to have as little people as possible disappointed when they come to you, right? It's okay sometimes to run out, that's not bad. It's okay to have a waiting list if you have a service, that's not bad either. But if you recognize that you are not being efficient because of your sales funnel is overtaken with people, then that's also a problem. So too many people without the resources is a problem, and too little people is also a problem, because then you start running out of money, basically. So as I said before, a virtual assistant is someone who can now come in and help with just about every aspect of your sales funnel, from creating the lead magnets to creating all the emails within the sales funnel. You can also use other forms of media for reaching persons. It may be WhatsApp messages, it may be actually calling, it may be social media posts, things like that. Whatever other way you have of connecting with your potential client, the virtual assistant can be in the back end helping you run those aspects of the business, so that in turn you can have more revenue being generated, while you actually, especially for service based people, you actually do the service. So you actually provide the service instead of being in the back end trying to get the sales funnel running. And another thing with email marketing is that you can actually automate a lot of these things. So what you can actually do is start off with all of the work, all of the brainstorming, all of the putting together, and then a lot of the sales funnel could be automated in such a way that you don't have to be always present involved. It's like you have your sales funnel set up, the lead goes through the process, and then money is paid, and then you're like, whoa, now I have money, right? And you perform the service, or you provide the product to the client. All right. So that's my deep dive into sales funnel, and sales funnels more so because I can speak about email marketing a lot more in depth on a separate video. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to leave it in the comment section, or you can send me a message. If you are a business owner and you are interested in developing sales funnels, you're interested in using email marketing for that, feel free to reach out to me. If you are a virtual assistant, you want to learn more about this, or you are looking to set up your own virtual assisting business, feel free to reach out, leave a comment here, or send me a message and we will discuss further. And of course, please share this video with anyone who may be interested. Share it on your Facebook, share it with friends, so that we can continue to understand more about how to run a business and how a virtual assistant can be instrumental in doing that for you as a business owner. All right, so until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day.